I'm going to actually transition to the Rejuvi platform for a moment. And anytime we have a Rejuvi 45 session, we want to serve what you said, Jeannie, which is things are hard, but they're not as hard as you might think, as long as you have the modeling, the analytics, and the technology to help you do that. And so that's why we always like to, at least for a portion of the Rejuvi 45 sessions, is to do a demo. And we're going to do a very short demo today. And let me get here. So for those of you who are new to Rejuvi, what you're going to do is oh my goodness, I've got all kinds of things open here. You're going to go to rejuviventure.com. And when you go to rejuviventure.com, in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a login, and you'll log in. And so you can see here that I've already done that. And when you log into the Rejuvi platform, you're going to see options. And in the top right-hand corner, those options are represented by color, because butterscotch is for those who are at a senior level inside the organization. Red is for your folks who are building books of business. They're your sales leaders. Purple are for your service leaders. Blue is for team leaders, and green to becoming are for your expert leaders. But this is really as far as we're going to go in today's demo. We're not going to go into anything beyond this, because, when we think about the modeling, the analytics, and technology that are now available to help you, you don't have to go any deeper than this. Because what a modern leadership platform should allow you to do is, number one, to have you to start thinking about your leader population as your customers. Right. So modern leadership development now starts to think about your leaders as customers. And so you start thinking about this Rejuvi platform, and the first thing it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, Jennifer Myers, and in this case, I've logged into a company called BlackRock Steel, where Jennifer Myers is the administrator, and it's going to ask Jennifer a question. How do you want to serve your leadership bench today? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to leverage modeling, you're trying to leverage analytics, you're trying to leverage technology in order that your leadership bench increases its capacity, that it becomes the dome home, so that it can withstand anything that is coming at it, internal or external. And to that end, you have to think about your leaders as a customer. And so you have to think about the leader population, making sure that you have a real-time understanding of the strength of that dome home. You have to have a real-time understanding of how much, leadership capacity do we actually have. And if you don't have answers to those questions, your modern leadership platform should be able to do some data collection for you, so that you can have a baseline understanding of the strength of your dome home, of how much leadership capacity you actually have. And once you've got that data collected, or you've taken the data that you have and you've mapped it back to modern leadership, you should be able to get to a point where you say, okay, let's run some reporting and some analytics on that. Can I run a report for this person? Yes. Can I run a modern leadership report for this group? Yes. Can I run a Delta report in terms of how our modern leadership capability has changed over time, either contracted or expanded? Can I do that? Yes. Your analytics, I'm going to come back to this in a moment, but your modern leadership platform should also have resources for you. Think of training resources, think of development resources for individuals, groups, and the entire organization to increase its leadership capacity. But I'm going to want to come back and finish with reporting and analytics, because what this should also be able to do, your modern leadership dome home, your modern leadership platform. I think I'm going to call this, Jeannie, based on your feedback, you're going to call it the modern leadership dome home instead of platform. It's so much more exciting. But you should be able to go back to your analytics, and you should be able to say, okay, we had a baseline. And we made decisions on helping our leaders differently based on new tools to manage through and navigate through the future of work. So now we're doing another point in time measurement to understand how much capacity we have. So your analytics should be able to run those deltas for you. And most importantly, with today's set of advanced analytic tools, you should be able to take those deltas and with a high degree of confidence, be able to relate, correlate, and causate those deltas to the outcomes that matter to your organization. And they are not only people outcomes. We're so used to thinking about leadership capacity changes only relating to people outcomes like engagement or turnover, which are hugely important to an organization. But you should be able to relate, correlate, and causate your deltas to those things. In addition, it should be related, correlated, and causated to operational KPIs and outcomes, as well as to value KPIs and to outcomes. So I love the idea of a dome home. I love the idea of a modern leadership platform, because what your modern leadership platform should be able to do is deliver to you the modeling, the analytics, and the technology so that you can build your leadership capacity over time for your modern leadership bench in all parts and pieces of the organization. And as you grow it, that dome home, that modern leadership platform, should allow you to understand exactly what that growth or change or retraction actually means to you by way of outcomes, right? That's the very simple demo that we have today. That's what a modern leadership platform can now do for you.